Good evening, we're back. It's Friday night, and I am the Mr.
And I am the Mrs.
We welcome you again to the Mr. and the Mrs. show. Another week, we're back. Where you get that dress from? I ain't seen that dress.
You don't need to know all that.
Oh, where you get that dress from?
You don't need to know all that. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
See, that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I mean,
He just told y'all a couple of weeks ago I didn't go shopping, okay? So now I went shopping and...
Oh, but you didn't go shopping you didn't buy that with me when I was there. You went shopping by yourself.
I can go shopping by myself.
But why your voice get up like that? We're supposed to be looking at the camera, but y'all see what I go through, right? Mm-hmm. Now she has a new dress on, got some beads on.
This is not a new dress, he just ain't seen it.
Yeah, it was in the closet buried deep with a tag on it probably, and I had it. You know how they do, they take the old stuff and mix it with the new, and they hide the tag so you won't know it's up there. like I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But we're back, and we thank you for here. Thank you for being with us on tonight. It is getting hot. I think summertime is here.
So not quite, but
is it time to get a bathing suit? Huh?
No.
Why? Mm-mm. We're not going to the beach.
We might go to the beach, but I gotta lose a few, you know.
We're going somewhere. It's been a long. I don't even want to say 5 months, but it's been 17 months. Because this is May, and it's been a long 17 months. We got to get out and do something before somebody busts.
Well, we're gonna have a few days this month. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's something else though.
Yeah. But it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun.
We gonna see. But again, we thank you for being with us on this Friday night. For those of you first timers, welcome to the show. We might say anything. Within the confines of marriage, within the confines of relationship, within the confines of what you have to do to make your relationship, your marriage successful, as it relates to years of, just preparation, making sure that we're done. So with that being said, let's delve right into the show. So listen, I was thinking about this, because I think during the week about what we're gonna do, what we're gonna talk about, what we're gonna say. So in our estimation, how do we tell somebody the recipe of the success for a successful marriage? What is listen, because you cook, what is your recipe? If you had a bowl in front of you right now, and you had a mixing bowl, you said, this is my recipe, this is what I'm gonna put in the bowl for a successful marriage. What will you put in the bowl?
Well, I mean, I don't always follow recipe. I don't always follow recipe.
But you make one.
You do, but you have parents and grandparents and mothers that you watch them. You watch them and they put a pinch of this and a pinch of that.
Okay, so I ain't gonna talk about that biscuit situation, but anyway.
Where you can.
We talking about marriage, but go ahead. Go ahead though. What would you do?
Well, you said a successful marriage.
Well, let's put it. How would you, if you had a bowl and you want to put something in that bowl for marriage? How would one stay happily married? What's the ingredients for a happy marriage?
A lot of patience. Lot of patience.
So why do you say like that?
Because
lot of patience.
Because you're two different people. Even though you say you become one, you're still two different people. Really? Especially if you're just getting married, you're two people coming in the house. You haven't lived together before, so it's gonna take a lot of patience because you're gonna have to get to know that person and their habits and their ways, and they're gonna have to get to know yours.
Now, when you say get to know it, are you saying acceptance or just get to know it?
Well, some things you may be able to accept, and then some things you may have to work on. Trying to see if it can change.
You can. What you mean saying you can change?
I mean, there are a few things that probably could be changed.
Who gonna change them?
Well, hopefully, when you get in the house together, you can see your own. I'm not gonna say mistakes, but you can see some things that you need to change yourself.
Don't try to change me. Don't try to change me. So you saying, so why you looking at me like that? So you talking about patience, right?
Yes.
You talking about patience, I'm trying to change me. Anyway.
Right, anyway. Ladies, pray for him, okay? Pray for him.
Yeah, pray for me because he's trying to change me.
Then of course you'd have to add some love because love will make you weather the storm.
But isn't it ironic that, and I say something sometimes and people just are amazed that it's not in the Bible like that because we make up, you know how we do, we make up scripture. Just to, we heard somebody say something so we assume that it's scripture. But isn't it ironic that God never told the woman to love the man? And when you say that, people say, that ain't the Bible, that ain't scripture. I'm gonna find where he wrong.
But only God knows the heart of a woman, and He knew that women were going to love anyway.
Yeah. So the only reference you can find, he told the man.
So y'all hard heads.
Huh?
He knew y'all hard heads.
Husband, see that you what? What are you supposed to do? Husband, love your what? Wives. And the wife, see that you reverence. So you're supposed to reverence me.
It's amazing too. Ladies, how they can find a scripture in the Bible.
I ain't talking about. I'm just saying we're supposed to love. The commandment to love was given to the man. I understand it because, like you said, I'm agreeing with you because the innate ability that's built inside a woman is to always nurture the love. So God did not have to tell a woman to love because He gave her that.
Yes.
So that's I'm agreeing with you, but I'm just gonna let you know she's supposed to reverence me. Hallelujah. You didn't say hallelujah on that, though, did you?
I'm looking into the camera.
There you go, looking into the camera. So what's your other recipe? You building this recipe with patience and love. What else you gonna put in the bowl?
Understanding.
Why?
Because you have to understand your mate as best as you can. Because if you don't, you're never going to understand everything. But sometimes there's times when you just have to see what's going on and understand it.
Okay.
Sometimes it's what's going on. You may not want to understand it, or you may not even in your mind might be saying, "Why in the world is this happening?" But a lot of times I found out with him, if I don't understand it at the time, if I just be patient, like I said, the first ingredient was, if I just be patient and I wait a while, I will understand and I'll know that whatever he's doing is working for the good of the family.
Say it again.
Which part?
Okay. So those are your ingredients. That's three. You got another ingredient to put in the bowl?
Do you have?
Yeah, but you started that. Yeah, you know I can't do the cake. I'm just gonna be flat. So anyway, it ain't gonna rise like your biscuit. But anyway,
don't be talking about my biscuits.
Listen.
That was what we had just got married. I should have made you that biscuit.
She tried. Me, fellow, she tried to make my mama biscuits. She tried to make my mama biscuits. And nobody can make my mama biscuits.
Okay, but guess what? That biscuit might have been hard as a rock. You were trying to eat it.
I was trying to get that biscuit sent to Iraq and
He was trying to eat it. Don't let him fool you. He was trying to eat it.
I figured we could sell that and make some money out of them.
He was trying to eat that cement biscuit.
God knows it was cement, but anyhow. So we're putting those ingredients to make sure that our relationship, our marriage is a happy marriage. Patience, love, trust. We throw that in there.
Yes.
Honesty.
Yeah.
To make a happy. Then I would say, fellas, if you're gonna have a happy marriage, learn to do this. Well, watch me, fellas. Learn to zip it. Learn how to zip it. At times it's supposed to be zipped. Or you ain't gonna win.
Why do you say that?
They ain't gonna win. So what? Am I gonna win?
I mean, I think you won a few.
See, I'm talking about a few.
That's good over the years. I mean, you won a few. Wouldn't you say that's good?
Learn to zip it. Do like I tell you, you want to have a marriage, learn to zip it. Keep your mouth closed in situations that you know that you ain't gonna win and ain't gonna be no use for you to keep talking. Because it's coming up again. 5 years, 10 years down the road, it's coming up again. That ain't gonna never be put to rest.
Anyway, another ingredient, let's see, I would say family time.
Family time.
Spend time with your family, yes. You go different ways, at least 5 days a week. And so it's important that you spend time with each other, because the more you are apart, the further apart you'll grow. So it's important to add some family time.
We got family time in the bowl.
Especially with your children, if you have children, because as we've experienced, they do grow up and they go their own way. So
empty nesters.
spend some time with your children.
Yeah, because no matter how much the child tells you this, you're going to say to yourself one day, I ain't heard from that child today. I haven't heard from that child today. And then you got to be the one to make the call. So they grow up, they develop new friends, they develop their own identity, new ideas and things they're trying to do. They're living life. So we have to remember that as we adjust ourselves to those things, and those things lead to a happy marriage. What else you got? You got anything else? Because since while she's contemplating what to put in the bowl, I'm gonna throw something else in the bowl. That is, have a financial goal in mind for your family over 5, 10, 15, 20, where you want to be 20, 25 years from now. From a monetary standpoint, so that when you get to that place, you'll be able to move forward. We're not even gonna talk about budget and finance. I just want to throw that in there, so that you'll be able to have money for things that you know my goal. You know what I do. The war on debt. And some people think it's crazy, but you should have a plan for the war on debt. You should not all your life, 40 years, be in debt. At some point, you should be free from debt. If you're free from debt, trust me, you're going to have a happy marriage. You ain't free from debt.
I'm not going to be sitting in the house afraid to go to my door if somebody knocks.
Who going to come knock?
Nobody better be even knocking over there.
I'm going to send her to the door.
No, he won't.
My grandma used to do it.
Okay.
That's the insurance man. Tell him ain't here. Mama says she ain't here. Come on.
I'm not going to the door.
You ain't going?
No, I'm not going to the door, and I'm certainly not going to the door in the middle of the night.
Ooh, no. Those are recipes. That's a good recipe. So when you put that all together, what are you telling me? You gotta have your marriage.
Hopefully you will have a happy marriage. I mean, some people require other things, and there's a lot of ingredients that can be added to that bowl.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a lot. And every marriage is different. Some people require other things. Something in order. What we require may not be what somebody else requires. But I think most of the stuff that you put in there, if you don't have that recipe, it's a recipe for disaster. Without some of the things that's in the bowl, granted, there could be other things added. But without some of those things you put in the bowl, I agree it could be recipe for disaster. So I think you helped somebody today or tonight to have a recipe for a happy marriage. You think
I hope so, especially somebody that's just getting married. Again, it's important that you know these things. And again, with a natural recipe, you add a pinch of this and a pinch of that until you get it just the way you want it to be.
Yeah, I agree. Let me ask you this. How does one cover your spouse from spiritual attacks?
Pray. You have to pray for your spouse. You have to pray for them a lot of times.
So will you agree that there's such thing as a spiritual attack?
Sure, yeah.
I say this to the men who are watching. If you want to cover your wife from spiritual attacks, the first thing you ought to do is pray for her mind. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Pray for her mind. Because most attacks begin where?
In the mind.
In the mind. And that's what sets everything else. And vice versa. Women also pray for your husband, pray for the mind. It is something about the attack that the enemy brings to the mind that we should be able to cover our spouses by praying for their mindset. Because since it begins there, we ought to be aware of what's taking place on a daily basis. That's why, fellas, and I'm guilty. Every man is guilty of this. I'm like, what's going on? Nothing. No, we ain't gonna say that.
Nope.
We ain't gonna tell them. And right then, we probably under spiritual attack. And so when your wife hears no, the wife needs to pray for your mind because something is going on. And when women is different because, like I told you, women have mood swings. I'm gonna move. You know I'm telling the truth. Like that's one right there. I'm talking about. See, it's a mood swing. So when they have mood, you already know there's something going on when they're moody. So you want to pray for. You want to make sure you cover your spouse by praying for their mind, so that the attack of the enemy is real, especially when it comes to the mind. Bringing stuff to your mind that doesn't make sense, that's not there, and just showing you things that are just foolish and crazy sometimes. Oh, you never been down that road, huh?
I didn't say a word. I didn't say a word.
So do you agree or you don't agree?
No, I do agree. I agree. I do.
So you praying for my mind?
I pray for your mind, and I pray for the whole total man. I know there's a lot of things going on, and a lot of things going on outside the home that they have to face, especially black men. And I pray for men because of what's going on. Because when they leave home, you don't know if they're going to get back. And so you have to cover them at all times. Not just your husband, but your sons and even your daughters. But yeah, the black man is in a move in a place right now that we need to continue to cover them.
You know I'm going to get back, huh? You already know that. How many times I got to tell you? I'm coming home. Coming by myself.
Let's
tell you what. You already know. I can't even tell that on that because you already know me.
Now you done talk that shit out.
That's what we're gonna do. So we make sure we cover each other. I think we have to make sure we understand that. And so we try to make sure you pray for the mind, and then we want to pray for your spouse's health. That's what you ought to do. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, this is the ingredient for a happy marriage. Because in order to have a happy marriage, you have to pray for. I forgot. You have to have a healthy lifestyle, healthy body. Because without that, I've seen this. You've seen this too. One spouse body is being ravaged by sickness, and how can your marriage be a happy marriage when you're spending most of your days caring for a sick spouse? Now, granted, we all getting older. We're gonna get older. Things gonna happen. Things gonna transpire. But before these things happen, pray for your spouse's health. You might not be able to make them do everything, but you can pray. You can pray for them. You ain't gonna make them do everything. Now they won't take your blood pressure. They won't prick your finger. They won't do all that stuff. But,
Because you're concerned. If you wasn't concerned, then they be telling somebody they don't care.
Pray for their health. See, what you gotta understand. It's hard enough to get a man to go to the doctor.
No, usually you go right here.
I said I'm not the norm.
No, but you
So
go
I go every 90 days. That's true. I go every night. I have something done, check up every 90 days. And that's what my doctor wants to do. So I let him do it. And another reason I do it, why have insurance and don't need it? All you do is pay for insurance and don't never use it. I'm trying to use the max all of it.
You max it.
Yeah, I'm gonna max it out because they charge me for it. So I'm gonna use it. But let's pray for our spouse's health. Because after the mind, the next thing the enemy wants to do is attack your body. Because he wants to zap you and pull your strength. He wants to have you worried about this and worried about that and every kind of ache and every kind of pain. He wants to talk to you and tell you what it is. And so we want to make sure when we're praying for our spouse mind, pray for the health. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou may be in health, even good what? Prosper and be in health, even as your what? Soul prosper. So pray for the health of your spouse. You agree?
I do.
Anything you want to add? Pray for the heart. Pray for your spouse's heart. Why do you think you should pray for their heart? Why would you pray for my heart? You're already praying for my mind. You're already praying for my body. Why my heart?
Out of the heart comes the issues of life.
Out of the heart comes the issues of life. Okay. We all pray for the heart. Because most of the time, you're not right, out of the heart comes the issues of life. But most of the times, what we deal with, heartfelt matters. And a person's heart can be hurt, not to, in an aspect of, somebody said, this thing hurt me to my heart. Well, that's actually what they're saying is that what transpired was so bad that I just don't know what to do about it. That's a heartfelt situation. Mm-hmm. And so we should pray for each other.
It kind of hurt.
Yeah, we should pray about that. Make sure daily that nothing transpires that hurt your spouse to their heart. I used to, and I don't mind talking about this. I'm gonna give you an example. Maybe you have an example. My wife used to work at the PCMH. I talk about this.
Oh, wow.
And she would come home, and she always talked about me. I'm sorry. She always talked about me not sometimes not sharing.
You don't.
Feelings.
You don't share.
I know, but she always said, but she was going through something she didn't want to share. And I said, every time my wife go to this hospital, something ain't right. She come home depressed, half falling out.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Go lay down and ain't talking to nobody. So I took them into my mind. That's why, fellas, if you're gonna pray for your spouse's heart, mind, and body, if your spouse has an outside job away from the home, you should visit that job. Every night, I want your wife work 2, 3, 4 years in a place, and you ain't never been by the job. Don't know who she worked with, don't know nothing like that. So I made it my business to go by that job and introduce myself to the folks she worked with. And she'll tell you, she come find out she was having a problem with one of her supervisors on the job. And so I went there one day, grabbed him right by the hand and looked him right in his eyes so he would know who I was. And fellas, you do that because the people your spouse, your wife work with should understand this, that whatever happens to her, they have to see you. And when they see you, they know they're gonna have to deal with you if something happens to her or she keep coming home like that. Something was gonna happen to that young man. He just, to this day, he don't even know what was gonna happen to him. Mm-hmm. You're laughing right now, but things got better. Things got a whole lot better because it was a heart thing. And so sometimes you should pray for your spouse's heart, but sometimes in situations like that, You have to make yourself available and be her heart. I need to write that down.
Sure.
But that's what we do. Anything else you want to get? You want to do that?
Well, I do agree with what he just said. Sometimes you do have to make your presence known and let people know that they're not alone. The spouse, they're not alone.
That's what you should do.
And once you do that will make a difference because they know that they couldn't just treat me any kind of way because I had some backup.
She had more than just backup.
But I didn't want to tell him because I didn't want him to come out there and get in trouble. So that's why I was not telling them.
John Lewis said good trouble. I was going out there, gonna be some good trouble. That's what it's gonna be, some good trouble. Man, you know I ain't Rodney King. You know that, right?
Yeah, you keep saying that.
I ain't Rodney King.
You keep telling me that.
Let's close. I think we're all in agreement. That's what we can do to cover our spouses from any kind of spiritual attack. Pray for their mind, pray for their body, and pray for their heart. Anything that's heartfelt, anything that's conditioned like that, make sure our spouse is covered on a daily basis. Now let's close this out. Now, let's name some things and deal with some things. Watch this. Other than sex, that can make a person happy. How do you say that? Because fellas, we already know. But anyway, we're gonna do it. Other than that, what can make a? Why are you looking like that for?
I don't know because you men.
But what else can make a person? What else can make? What do you think? What's it make someone make you happy?
Well,
when you,
talking about.
No. I'm gonna set the stage for you.
Go.
We around the house. We laying there. Are we sitting together? What can make you happy other than that? For a man, but anyway, go ahead. Because you always say it's on the brain, but anyway.
It is 24/7. Just spending time together. Yeah.
I know that's true, but we always say that. What else? Just grab something else. Other than spending time just together. You are together. We there right there together. So what else other than just spending time together?
No, we're not being worried about bills. Not being worried about somebody, like we said a while ago, somebody knocking on your door. So you sitting there working, you come out, your car just going down the street and you're not in.
Nobody knows that.
I mean, I mean, if you're somebody and you're not worried about bills.
So you say as long as there's not a worration factor.
Yeah.
Okay, I can. Mine, I heard that. I understand what she said. Mine would be, if we're there, is deep conversation.
You ain't gonna do no deep conversation.
I
don't even do that.
I conversate with everybody. I'm telling you now. That's what that we do, because on several occasions in the last month we've had deep conversation about things, and I was shocked that you were even that. Okay.
What?
We talked about a lot of things. That's what I'm talking about. And when I say deep conversation, I'm talking not just trivial things, and your pursuit of things that were a person that normally don't talk about. And see that, and not like that. I tell you, they zoned and stressed, and then you got that mood swing. That mood done swung to the left like a pendulum. But yeah, deep conversation. I mean, I'm talking about something that stimulates you other than, okay, I can swing that the other way. Ain't one thing. No, all right then. So I'm talking about me. Deep conversation about any matter that you can hold a conversation longer than 5 minutes about a matter, and you felt like the other person stimulated your mind by what they said and what they talked about. That's me. I'm gonna give you an opportunity before we close. What else? And not about the meals or nothing like that.
Nah, what?
Deals and all that. Everybody know that. I said it again. I gotta go. I gotta come to the back. Fun, just having fun.
Yeah, I mean,
That's just me.
yeah. Just hanging out with each other, just
And what's fun to you?
planning our next rendezvous, our
Where the
next
hell that?
trip, our next.
That was good with him.
No, he won't on the short bus.
So you trying to say I wrote short?
I ain't say
You
that.
can't say that. You can't say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, having fun. So so you believe that we can have fun.
Yeah, we've had fun. We have fun. We do. Yeah.
But fun turns into anyhow. So how about loyalty? I'm just throwing some stuff out there. How about loyalty?
Yeah.
That fit in?
Yeah, it fits in.
But see, you're the person that's saying that now, but you're the same person who said that I don't believe when I was standing there with that white robe dress on, I didn't believe what the preacher said.
I
had
didn't
to do
say
it.
I didn't believe. I didn't say I
You
didn't
say
believe what the preacher said.
What'd you
I
say?
said at the time it wasn't. I didn't understand it.
How you gonna stand there and say you don't understand what the preacher's saying when you keep saying I do? So why do you ask the preacher? Wait a minute, let me make sure.
You can
Hold
just
on.
stop the man in the ceremony and say what that means.
Why do you stop the preacher? So wait a minute, let me understand. Well, okay, so your thing would be then. Well, I'm gonna continue with the ceremony, even though I don't understand what I'm saying yes to.
Well, we did continue the ceremony.
You funny.
You funny. I told you didn't.
You're funny.
Don't even try. You didn't know either.
How you gonna tell me what I didn't know?
Get married and you ain't understand.
Nah, I understand. I understood.
Cherish, honor, obey. Wait, yeah, that's probably the only word you heard that the man said.
I did obey. I heard obey. I know you had to obey, but anyway, if I didn't understand what he was saying, it's been 30-something years later. We still trying to understand what he's trying to tell me.
Probably.
No.
I'm kidding about that, but
Loyalty.
at that time, no, I did not understand.
You understand that? You understand that true love is?
You understand a whole lot more than I did that 36 years ago.
You understand what true friendship is?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things that makes a person happy, other than all the other stuff.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else was getting rid of baggage. Now, how do we help someone get rid of baggage? You come into now. First of all, you shouldn't come into a relationship with a lot of baggage now. Or and if you accumulate baggage over the years, there is a Goodwill has a place where you take all your clothes and stuff. Of course, she ain't gonna do that no way, but anyhow, clothes that you ain't wearing, clothes that you discarded, and they're just hanging somewhere in a box somewhere in the house. Goodwill has a place you can take those. You know that?
They do.
Yeah, they
I
do.
didn't know that.
And over the years, if fellas and ladies who listen, over the years, if you have baggage from a relationship that you have accumulated, you gotta learn to get rid of the baggage. Find your spot and dump it all. And just get rid of excess baggage, and that'll help. You know that.
Right.
Do you have any excess baggage?
I don't know about you. I don't.
You got excess baggage. You don't think you got excess baggage? You ain't got nothing you've been carrying 30, 40 years.
What? No.
I'm just asking. 10 years, 5 years.
No.
And you talking about loyalty now. You talking about true friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about all these things.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have no baggage.
Tell me, I got some.
I'm asking. You know that because
No.
the ladies had like that. I ain't even had that dress. You had some baggage. Nah, I know you got some pocketbooks I ain't never seen. You got tags on. And y'all explain to me this. We're going to close Mr. Midget show. Somebody explain to me why we gotta have $500 pocketbooks and we got $13 to put in it.
There's a lie.
I don't know. What's that pocketbook? What's in that pocketbook?
Which one?
Michael Kors. The other one? That lady name. What's that lady? That pocketbook $500.
We bought it. We probably would.
You know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know. Coach, Prada, what?
No,
Brahman.
it had who?
Brahman.
I think it might have been that. It had two names, like Michael Kors, but was something else.
I don't know. I got.
Let me tell you what I did, fellas. I went online and typed that person's name in and typed the pocketbook. That pocketbook was valued at $8,000. I said, who in the world will spend this much money on the pocketbook? But then I understand, now that part makes sense. If you buy a $500 pocketbook that's worth $8,000, I can go for that. Because that pocketbook raising value, that's an investment. So I can understand that. But buying a pocketbook that costs that much, she laughing, and you ain't got $50 to put in.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy because I'm never gonna be carrying a pocketbook with somebody's name on it, and I ain't got no green in it.
Mm-hmm.
That pocketbook has to stay in the store.
Mm-hmm. When somebody's name, but those are. But I mean, that's it. I understand that. So.
And then they buy pocketbooks. I guess that people that they know don't like you. They don't even like black people.
Well, you know, that's another thing.
And you walking around here spending your hard-earned dollars, black ladies on those pocketbooks.
Well,
Rich.
that's what make people happy.
Yeah.
They'll make you happy.
I can do with that. I can carry my money. Where the women, used to carry their money at?
That's true, because like 2 weeks ago, I saw that knot she had. It was not in the $500 pocketbook. That knot was in an envelope like the old lady just carried a sock. Yeah, that made like that big knot.
That's right.
And they were wrapped up in an old white envelope.
That's it.
Old white envelope.
They ain't got to put it in that pocketbook.
She put it in Michael Kors bag then. We figured it out. But tonight we just want to make sure that we reiterate about being a happy marriage, how to have a happy marriage. Make sure you take your spouse in consideration, their mind, their health, and their body, and do the things that other than I can't. Me and I hate to even say that, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. But there are other things we can do. Have deep conversations, go places, walk, hold hands, read a book, watch a movie like we did the other night. Watch a movie together, and then. But anyway,
learn to cuddle and not
learn to
cuddle sometimes. Learn to cuddle. Black men learn to cuddle.
Cuddle what? What that mean?
Z, don't even know what it means.
How you spell it? How you spell it? You said cuddle. They're not like coloring. Like
I know I didn't. I said cuddle.
We cuddle. You gonna tell me what it is when we get home, man? Now you blowing on that like
because that's just saying.
What?
Saying.
Okay. She said learn to cuddle. We gonna try to figure out what that means, fellas. We're gonna learn to cuddle. Whatever. Anyhow.
That's beautiful.
Those are things we gonna take that. We're gonna take that under advisement. Can I say that? Can I say it like that? We're gonna take it under advisement for the next time. Okay. We're gonna do that. But tonight.
Yeah, you know what that means by the next time, okay?
And that dead right there. I'm going to tell you right there. What she insinuated is dead.
Wow.
That ain't gonna happen. What she's trying to do, it ain't gonna happen. Now, yeah, we're gonna talk about that next time, using something as a weapon. Raise your cup. I'm the Mister.
Now I'm the Mrs.
She's the Mrs. This has been the Mr. and Mrs. Show.
Next week.
Same time.